Welcome, dear readers, to another electrifying edition of TV Day's Drama Digest, where we dive headfirst into the tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and shocking alliances that define days of our lives. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a storyline so juicy, so diabolical, that it's bound to keep you on the edge of your seat. Buckle up, because we're about to unravel the tantalizing mystery of Gwen Rizek and Vivian Alamain. Are these two cunning women plotting something massive in the shadows of Salem? Could their connection be the key to unlocking a scheme that threatens to upend the lives of everyone in town? Let's dive into the drama and explore the clues that suggest Gwen and Vivian are not only connected, but maybe orchestrating a plan so devious it could shake the very foundations of days of our lives. The enigmatic Gwen Rizek, a woman scorned. Gwen Rizek has always been a polarizing figure in Salem. With her sharp wit, relentless ambition, and a knack for stirring up trouble, Gwen has carved out a reputation as a woman who doesn't take rejection lightly. Her history with Xander Kyriakis is a roller coaster of passion, betrayal, and heartbreak. Once deeply in love with Xander, Gwen poured her heart into their tumultuous relationship, only to have her dreams shattered when Xander rejected her feelings. This rejection wasn't just a personal slight. It was a wound that festered, fueling Gwen's desire for retribution. But Gwen's grudge isn't limited to Xander alone. The Kyriakis family, with their wealth, power, and complicated dynamics, represents everything Gwen has ever coveted and everything she's been denied. The Kyriakis clan, led by the formidable Victor Kyriakis and his heirs, has long been a thorn in Gwen's side. Her bitterness toward them runs deep, rooted in her belief that they've robbed her of her rightful place in Salem's elite. Could this resentment be the driving force behind a grand scheme? And could Gwen have found an unlikely ally in one of Salem's most notorious villains? Vivian Alamain, the Queen of Chaos. Enter Vivian Alamain, a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with Days of Our Lives' storied history. Vivian is no stranger to orchestrating chaos. Her larger-than-life personality, penchant for theatrics, and unapologetic ruthlessness make her one of Salem's most unforgettable antagonists. Vivian's return to the scene always heralds trouble, and this time is no different. Her recent actions suggest she's back with a vengeance and a plan that could turn Salem upside down. Vivian's latest escapade involves none other than Stefan DiMera, a man whose very existence seems to attract drama. In a shocking twist, Vivian ordered her loyal henchman, Ivan Murray, to stuff Stefan into the trunk of a car and whisk him away to Alamania, far from the prying eyes of Salem. Why? To hide him, of course, but from whom and for what purpose? The plot thickens when we consider that Gwen, who's been suspiciously quiet about her whereabouts, may have been in Alamania during this time. Could Gwen be privy to Vivian's scheme to conceal Stefan? And if so, what does she stand to gain by keeping this explosive secret? A shared enemy, the Kyriakis' connection. To understand the potential alliance between Gwen and Vivian, we must first examine their shared animosities. Both women have a bone to pick with the Kyriakis family, and their grudges are as personal as they are profound. For Vivian, her hatred stems from a betrayal that still stings. Years ago, Philip Kyriakis, with his silver tongue and cunning mind, outmaneuvered Vivian in a battle over Xander's inheritance. Using a forged document, Philip swindled half of what rightfully belonged to Xander, leaving Vivian seething with rage. Her meticulously laid plans to secure her family's legacy were thwarted, and she's never forgiven the Kyriakis clan for their treachery. But Vivian's vendetta doesn't end with Philip. Kate Roberts, another Kyriakis ally, added insult to injury by reporting Vivian to the authorities, landing her in hot water. To make matters worse, Philip refused to follow through on Vivian's demand to eliminate Xander, further fueling her fury. Vivian's hatred for the Kyriakis family burns as brightly as ever, and she's not one to let a grudge go unanswered. Could she be plotting a revenge so grand it requires a partner as cunning as Gwen? Gwen, meanwhile, has her own reasons to despise the Kiriakis. Her rejection by Xander wasn't just a romantic slight, it was a public humiliation that left her feeling powerless and discarded. Xander's decision to turn his back on her in favor of his loyalty to the Kiriakis family was a blow to Gwen's pride, one she's unlikely to forgive. The Kiriakis' name, synonymous with privilege and betrayal in Gwen's eyes, has become a symbol of everything she's been denied. It's not hard to imagine Gwen channeling her pain into a plan to bring the Kiriakis' empire crashing down, and who better to partner with than Vivian, a woman who shares her thirst for vengeance? The Stefan DiMera mystery, a key to the plot? The disappearance of Stefan DiMera is the linchpin of this unfolding drama. Vivian's decision to have Stefan kidnapped and hidden in Alemania raises countless questions. Why go to such extreme lengths to keep Stefan out of sight? What does Vivian stand to gain, and how does Gwen fit into this puzzle? One theory is that Gwen, who may have been in Alemania during this time, is not only aware of Stefan's whereabouts, but is actively helping Vivian keep him under wraps. If true, this would make Gwen a co-conspirator in one of the most audacious schemes in Days of Our Lives history. To understand the stakes, we need to consider the ripple effects of Stefan's absence. His mother, Vivian, took drastic measures to ensure his removal from Salem, even going so far as to sign divorce papers on his behalf and send them to Gabby Hernandez, Stefan's wife. The delivery of those papers was a gut punch to Gabby, shattering her heart and leaving her grappling with the pain of betrayal. But was Vivian acting alone, or was Gwen involved in this cruel twist? The timing of Gwen's mysterious absence from Salem aligns suspiciously with Stefan's disappearance, suggesting she may have been working behind the scenes to further Vivian's agenda. What could motivate Gwen to align herself with Vivian in such a high-stakes plot? The answer lies in their shared desire for power and revenge. For Gwen, helping Vivian hide Stefan could be a means to an end. A way to destabilize the DiMera family, who are closely tied to the Kiriakis through marriage and business dealings. By keeping Stefan out of the picture, Gwen and Vivian could create chaos in Salem, weakening their enemies and paving the way for their own rise to power. It's a risky gambit, but one that fits perfectly with the ruthless ambition of both women. A conspiracy born of revenge. The idea of Gwen and Vivian teaming up is nothing short of explosive. Imagine the scene. Two women, both scorned, both brilliant, sitting in a dimly lit room in Alemania, plotting their next move. Vivian, with her years of experience manipulating Salem's power players, brings a wealth of knowledge and resources to the table. Gwen, younger but no less cunning, offers a fresh perspective and a willingness to take risks that even Vivian might hesitate to embrace. Together, they form a formidable duo, united by their shared hatred for the Kiriakis family and their determination to see their enemies fall. But what exactly are they planning? The possibilities are as endless as they are chilling. One scenario is that Gwen and Vivian are working to dismantle the Kiriakis' empire from the inside out. By keeping Stefan hidden, they could be sowing discord within the DiMera family, creating a power vacuum that leaves the Kiriakis as vulnerable. Alternatively, they might be planning a more direct attack, perhaps using incriminating information or forged documents to expose the Kiriakis' past misdeeds. Whatever their plan, it's clear that Gwen and Vivian are playing a dangerous game, one that could have devastating consequences for everyone in Salem. The emotional fallout, heartbreak, and betrayal. No Days of Our Lives storyline would be complete without its share of emotional turmoil, and the Gwen-Vivian conspiracy is no exception. The fallout from Stefan's disappearance has already left Gabby reeling, her heart broken by the divorce papers that seemed to come out of nowhere. Gabby's pain is palpable, and her quest for answers could lead her straight into the heart of Gwen and Vivian's scheme. Will Gabby uncover the truth about Stefan's whereabouts, or will she become another casualty of their machinations? Meanwhile, Xander's rejection of Gwen continues to cast a long shadow over her actions. Her pain and anger are driving forces, pushing her to align with someone as dangerous as Vivian. But what happens when Xander inevitably discovers Gwen's involvement in this plot? Will he feel guilt for pushing her to such extremes, or will he double down on his loyalty to the Kiriakis family, setting the stage for an epic confrontation? And then there's Vivian, whose larger-than-life presence looms over Salem like a storm cloud. Her history of betrayal and manipulation makes her a wild card in this equation. Can Gwen truly trust Vivian, or is she merely a pawn in the older woman's game? The dynamic between these two women is as fascinating as it is volatile, and their alliance could implode as quickly as it formed. What's next for Salem? As we speculate about the potential alliance between Gwen and Vivian, one thing is certain: Days of Our Lives is building toward a dramatic showdown that will leave fans speechless. The clues are all there: Gwen's absence, Vivian's ruthless tactics, Stefan's disappearance, and the shared grudge against the Kiriakis family. But how will it all come together? Will Gwen and Vivian's plan succeed, or will their enemies uncover their scheme before it's too late? One thing we know for sure is that Salem is never short on surprises. The beauty of Days of Our Lives lies in its ability to keep us guessing, to pull the rug out from under us just when we think we've figured it all out. Whether Gwen and Vivian are plotting a corporate takeover, a personal vendetta, or something even more sinister, their alliance promises to deliver the kind of high-stakes drama that keeps us coming back for more. Join the conversation so, dear readers, what do you think? Are Gwen and Vivian truly working together, or is this all a clever misdirection? Could Gwen be hiding Stefan's whereabouts, or is she playing a different game entirely? And what about Vivian's endgame? Will her thirst for revenge finally be quenched, or will her plans unravel in spectacular fashion? We want to hear your theories. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's unpack this deliciously twisted storyline together. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.